Okay, so I want to do a very quick roundup of what happened in pound pairs on Friday. Just Friday. Let me start with GBP/JPY daily time frame. Okay, I want to use round numbers as well as structure. So this is GBP/JPY. Let us ended. Day GBP/JPY closed in this area, which is a strong zone. Now, as far as big round numbers are concerned, I'm going to round this off to level 50. Okay. So before I see what happened on Friday here, my interest when the London markets on Friday is this. This is my interest. So assume this is level 50, okay? And then the London market opened. Yesterday came down like this. Yesterday came down like this. Let me show you. Okay, this was the yesterday's candle. It closed here, okay? Now, when the market opens on the next day, I want to see to prove. Okay, I'm not yet sure whether this level will hold or not. I'm not sure. I don't know whether it will hold or not. I don't know. Now, I want to confirm whether it will hold or it will break. Okay, so the best way to find that out is to see how price behaves when the London during the Asian market, because if price is going below, if this zone is breaking, this is what is likely to happen. Price will, if the market will open, say here, and then it will go down below this level 50 and then come to test it and then continue to fall down. On the other hand, if this zone is holding, this is what is likely to happen. This is yesterday's candle again. If this level is holding, this is what we will see. We'll see them. They may go down a little bit down, come back up, and then by the time the Asian box is forming, it will form above this level, above level 50. Okay, there will be a small window for stop hunting just below the Asian box, and then during London, they'll come, clear stops, and then fly off. Now, let us see what happened with the GBP/JPY on Friday. Okay, so this is daily time frame. Let me go to 15-minute time frame. Now, look at what happened. The candle closed below. The day closed below level 50. Obviously, this is the last candle of the day. They closed below level 50. That in itself is a confirmation that the GBP/JPY will continue to fall down. But if that is not enough, let us observe what happens when the London market opens. This is 7:30. This is 8 o'clock here. Okay, this is 8 o'clock. Okay, we have an opportunity. Now we are sure that the GBP/JPY is falling. So this is 9 o'clock. We could have sold this, putting our stop loss here, and I'll take profit somewhere here. Now let me go back to daily to see where price is likely to go next after rejecting that area. Price is likely to come here. This is level 151.92. Let me round it off to 150. 152. Yes, so we had 50 pips to capitalize on. And if I go to H4, we will confirm the liquidity gap. Looking left, you can see clearly that there was a liquidity void up to this area here. So these were 50 pips to capitalize on. Let me go to 15-minute time frame. And then not only that, let me change this template. I want to show the template I want to use the template which highlights the London Open. So this is when the London market opens here. This is when the London market opens. You will immediately notice that okay, there was there was no trade in GBP by the time the London market opened, you see. And then what they do, they came back up. So during the Asia is when you would get an opportunity to sell here. Could sell this during the New York market. Could sell this, putting a stop loss here for 38 pips, quite enough for Friday. Or we could also have sold this. But all the same, we know that we want them to hit either this area or this area. We want to see rejection, I mean strong rejection either here or here. That is even if we don't know where the market is going. But fortunately as well, we already know that sellers in this area, and then so we know that there's liquidity here and here based on by the virtue of using big round numbers. That is GBP JPY. Let me go to GBP CHF and use exactly the same procedure. GBP CHF. Again, let me change this template. Go to the naked one. Paste. Let me use this. Then I want to go to daily because I want to know how the round numbers have been broken or respected on the previous day. So we have a strong zone here in daily time frame. Now this is 127.65, which I will round off to 127.50. Okay. So as I said earlier, I want to see what happens in this area during Asia. Let me go down to 15-minute time frame. The same thing is that the same thing is that which happened in it is the same story in GBP JPY and GBP CHF. Here, look at this. So price, first of all, they closed below. This is where the price closed below level 50. That is 1. 2. By the time the London market was opening, so you already know that level 50 is your potential resistance. And then looking back, you clearly see that structure, okay, which has been broken here. Structure broken. Okay, so this is a strong area, which means that we don't at all expect a deep retracement, okay, owing to the strength of this area. We don't expect them to come here for stop hunting, okay. This is very important information. So we already know that this trade will hold. Now let me go to 15-minute time frame to look for a trade. Okay, before I do that, let me go back to daily and try to determine where they might go next. And this is the area. This is 26.94, which is roughly 27. This is 27. That is 50 pips. Enough. Looking at structure, let me go to H4 with structure and confirm. Okay, look at this liquidity void here. Yeah, it's not very clear. And there's another one here before. Okay, between this bearish candle on the left hand here, this is the liquidity. So my take profit is this area now. That is my take profit. Okay. Let me change the template. Now that we know that we will dance between this level and this level, let me change the template and use the template which will show us the London stop hunting. This was a very good trade because this is just before. This is when the London market opened. They gave us this candle, 10.15. This was an opportunity to sell 10 pips for 44 pips. This was a very good trade. On the GBP CHF, let me go to GBP USD. Okay, start with the negative. Daily, okay. Now this is a completely different story. This is a strong zone, looking left. No one can argue that this is not a strong zone. See how it held in this area here. Held, 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 held. This is a strong zone, no doubt about it, okay? That is one. So let me round this off again. I'll round this off to 379, that is 38. It's a very strong big round number. I mean, it's a strong round number, but we don't have a rule which says that a round number will always hold. So again, we are going back to, okay, if we bounce off this area, this is our next zone here, okay. And H4 will show us the liquidity void. Yeah, look at this. At least I would expect them to push up this area. This is 61 pips. I would expect them to push up that area. Now let me go to 15-minute time frame. Now look at this. Price is above this level. That confirms that this is going to be a buy. That is all we need because price is above level 1.38. Okay, so it was a buy. This was a very nice trade. This was a very nice trade. Could have put here or here. Okay, super trade, first class trade. Okay, so it's a buy in GBP/USD. Okay. Let me go to GBP CAD. Okay, in GBP CAD we have, this is where price closed on the previous day. See how strong this level is, looking left. Round it off again as usual, 72, 79. I want to make that 73. And see, yeah. Unless if it is, it may change our mind, but let us leave it there. And then I'll go to, okay, so if it bounces off there, where do we expect them to go next? We expect them to come because price moves from zone to zone. Clear liquidity, yes. Why do you say so? Why do I say so? We have this area here. Okay. There was heavy selling from this area. So, you know, if I go to H1, it will be clear. Yes. There was heavy selling all the way from here. This is a heavy selling start. Yeah. One-way trade. Yeah. Okay. Let me go to 15-minute time frame now to confirm this thesis. Yeah, we have a problem here. Let me go back to daily. This is a problem, although it is minor. Let me go to daily. Okay, so we have this area here, which is also a good zone. Okay, so we could also use 72, 75 is our, because that will bring into our attention this area here, and so 72, 75 was also cool. Okay, let me now let me go to 15-minute time frame. Again, you already see a very clear, a very clear departure of price above this big round number, giving me a very nice entry. This was a very nice entry. Clear buy, clear take profit, 84 pips. Super trade, super trade. Clear as the sun shines in the morning. Okay. Very clear. It was a very clear trade. That is GBP CAD. Let me go to GBP AUD. Okay. Again, what happened? Okay, this one was complex because this candle is an inside bar. Okay, if in fact this pair was ranging. So if the pair is ranging like this, you may choose to stay away from it. But although it was ranging, let us see. Let us just for also blending. Let us go and analyze it as well. We have price, although it was ranging, but we have this zone holding price. This is 1.8824. I round it off to 1.8825. Okay, which is a quarter. It's a shadow of 1.88. Okay, and then if price bounces off that area, we expect them to come this far here, basically a zone. That is 1.85750. This is level 50. We expect them to come there. Now let me go to H4 to there to clarify the liquidity void. Yeah. So we'd expect them to fill this week. Yeah. Let us go to 15 minutes to see what happened. Okay. Okay. This one now, since it was choppy, but at least the price didn't come to this to level 50. I know when the market opens tomorrow, it will come. It has to come here. I know that will happen, but all the same, at least, of course, we would stay away from this pair because it is ranging. But there was no clear direction from the previous day. Okay, there was no clear direction, but I'm expecting them to come here when the market opens tomorrow. But we don't need to bother ourselves with a pair which is not moving well. While there are so many pairs which move very well. GBP CAD moved very well. It was a nice buy. GBP USD, a nice buy. GBP JPY, a nice sell. GBP CHF, a nice sell. I would go for, let me finish with GBP and ZD. If we reject it, we have a reason. GBP, ZD, okay, daily. Again, it is an inside bar. Now let me quickly go back to, let me go to GBP, USD. I want to choose the best, GBP, USD. This was the best because the big round number is outside the Asian range, and that made it easier for me because since I took this trade, it made it easier for me to see the stock move happening. Otherwise, if the big round number was somewhere here, even knowing whether on this particular day they would go back, that would be difficult. So GBP USD was number one. GBP CAD was also very beautiful. This was also great. Look at the Asian window, it's up here. Clear stop hunt, clear move up. GBP JPY was not the best because the big round number is meddling with the Asian box. Okay. So this one was not good. It was not good. The same applies to GBP CHF. So that is how simply we can trade if we decide to trade simply. Making money every day using simple weapons, no complications at all. Using the big round numbers to determine, knowing on which round numbers were effective on the previous day, knowing them by also looking at the market structure, the daily time frame, and then going down to 15-minute time frame to see where the Asian box is being formed on that on the day that you're analyzing the market. Okay. Simple. Yeah, let me draw the whiteboard. So you have the Asian, okay, so this is the big round number here, and Asian box is closed. I mean, the previous day is closed like this, a very bearish candle, but we can't say for sure. We're not sure whether price will do this or will do this. The best way to find that out is to wait. This is the big round number, and then the candle is closed here. Okay, you wait. At lower time frames, you wait. If price is going up, they will do this. The Asian box will form somewhere here, okay? And then price will this here and leave. We don't want the background number to be inside the Asian box because that will complicate the moves. They will use that, the market makers will use that to confuse you, to make it difficult for you to see where they are going to stop, to do stop hunting, okay? We want the background number to be either below the Asian box or above it, okay? If we are going up, we want the background number to be below the Asian box, and vice versa if we are going down, okay? So if in this case, if this was a bearish day, we would expect to see this. So this candle is already cleared bearish, closed bearish, and then we have them coming here, forming the Asian box here, stop hunting, and then they go down up to where you look at structure, you draw the zone or the line according to structure, and then you round it off. That is going to be your take profit. Okay, so that's it, guys. So simple indeed. Yes.